Morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. First, before we start the class, thank you to Coach Ray Bailey for covering for me on Thursday's class. Really appreciate that. At Ray Bailey is his social media on Instagram. If you're not following him, I would definitely recommend you give him a follow. He is one very strong, probably the strongest individual I've ever met in my life. So he's definitely worth giving a follow. He has great content, so check him out. Alrighty, so as always, have your sticks ready. Have a kitchen counter or something that you can push against today. Wall available, a chair, and a pad for your knee. Also, with the chair today, make sure it's on a surface that's not going to slide, because we're actually going to be pulling into that chair. So make sure it's on a carpeted surface or something that's not going to slide. All right, let's go ahead and get started, all right? Let's go ahead and grab your single stick. We're going to start with the little monkey hang and foot activation. As always, if you have a 6-foot stick and you're a little bit taller and you need a little bit more height, then simply just place that stick up on an elevated platform. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So I'll take a little bit of a slight angle so you can see what's exactly is going on here. I'm going to place my stick at 9 o'clock right outside my left midfoot. My feet are about 3 to 4 inches apart. I'll reach that left hand up, rope grip at the top, bring that right hand across sternum level. Step back with that left foot. Don't be dainty with that stride. Go ahead and take a nice step back and go ahead and drop down. So we're hanging on that left arm. Let's elevate both heels up. So we got both heels up, we're on the toes. And now let's let the right hand go. So as long as you know that stick's gonna hold your weight, then go ahead and let the right hand go and start to reach behind you. As you reach behind, the feet have to accommodate for that movement. Come back to center. And again, keep those heels up. Reach back to your 6. Come back to center. One more time. Keep those toes in extension. Reach. Pull that left hand across your body also. Come back to center. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Stick is at 3 o'clock. Right hand at the top, left hand across sternum level. Step back with that right foot. From here, go ahead and drop. Take weight onto that right arm. As long as you know that stick's going to hold your weight, go ahead and let go with the left hand. Bring your front heel up also. And now reach back to your 6. As you reach back with that left arm, the right arm is coming across the front to the left also. Come back to center, and again. One more time. Back to center, and relax. All right, place the stick behind your back. A little dynamic slap shot this morning, so we're going to go back and forth. Open up those tissues. Go ahead and take your feet nice and wide. Stick is parallel with the floor, elbows extended. Go into that hinge position, so push that butt straight backwards. Lower that belly button and sternum towards the floor. Remember, soft angle at the knee. Take the left hand, bring it down and across, and, whoops, gotta move out of the way of the door frame there. And shift your weight laterally to your right hip. Back up. Switch sides. So try not to rotate your hip, just shift your hips. Back to center, to the right. Back up, and now to the left. Right. So as you bring your left hand down to the right, you're shifting weight through the hips. Let's go a couple more. Breathe. No holding your breath. One more to each side. Back to center and relax. Go ahead, bring your feet on in. Nicely done. Go ahead, take a little rest. Okay, so let's set your feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Let's prime that lateral tissue for flexion. All right. Set the stick away from you, the bottom of the stick, angle the top in towards you. So the left hand is both palms are facing forward. push your hip out to the side first. Now take that right hand and pull in. So we have active pull on the bottom hand, reflexive push on the top. Ease off. And again, push your hip out to 9 o'clock and pull that stick in towards you with that bottom hand. Ease off. Let's do 3 more. Exhale as you push your hip out and pull the stick in. Inhale as you release. Exhale as you pull. Keep those hips square. 1 more time. Ready? And relax. Switch sides. So the stick is at 9 o'clock. You can see it's about a good couple feet away from my midfoot. Reach over the top with that right hand. Both palms facing forward. Ready? Exhale and pull. Ease off. Inhale on the, when you relax. Exhale, pull. Ease off. 3 more. Remember, as you pull in, you're pushing the hip out to the side also. 2 more. Ready? 1 more. And relax. Now let's go back to the other side. Let's do a dynamic bow and arrow out pushing away from us to lengthen this side. So we strengthen the closing angle. We're going to lengthen and strengthen that top angle. Okay, ready? Stick is about 8 to 10 inches away from us. Push the stick down with both hands. Push your hip out to 9 o'clock and extend both arms away. Ease off. Rotate the stick slightly. And again. Hip out, arms out. Ease off. 3 more. Give that stick a slight rotation so you're not bending in the same direction all the time. Ready? Ease off. 2 more. Ready? 1 more. And relax. Switch sides. Stick is at 9 o'clock. Left elbow is about 90 degrees, right above where the middle of the stick is. Reach over the top with that top hand. Ready? Push the hip out. Exhale. Push the stick away. Come back. Rotate the stick slightly. Ease off. Rotate the stick slightly. 2 more times. Ready? 1 more. And relax. Nicely done. Take a little rest. Okay. Now, next thing we're going to do, we're going to get those oblique slings fired up. Okay? So, I'll take a little bit of a side stance here. So, I want a nice stride. Like, imagine that you're running and you're taking that next stride. So, you're pushing off that back foot onto your front foot. Place the stick at 12 o'clock position. About an arm's length away from you. So right now my left foot is forward, my right hand is extended out. So my right arm is straight. Left hand on top. Remember this. Here we go. Ready? You're going to push down at 50% tension with that left hand. Now with the right hand, pull in. Now with the right hand, push away. Pull in. Push away. Everything's actively driving from the bottom hand. Pull in, reflexively reacting with the top hand. Push away. Couple more. So we have that quick inhale as we transition. And relax. Switch sides. I'll switch directions here for you. Splitting the feet, back heel stays up. Left hand is on the bottom. One arm's length away with the stick. Right hand up on top. So the right hand is just about top of my head level. I'll push the stick down with that right hand. 40-50% tension. Now with the left hand, actively pull. Ease off, actively push. Pull. Push. Couple more. One more. And relax. Nice. Okay, overhand grip on the stick. Remember, hands are wide enough, but the pinkies are still on the stick, firmly engaged. Nice wide base with the feet. Pelvis tucked, so we're going to be in a nice tall position. So no horse stance for this. But keep the ribs and hips locked together, so no getting into that lumbar spine. Give me about a 40% pull on that stick. Pull. And go up and overhead. Breathe. Hold, ribs to hips. Breathe. Brace those abs. Keep the head. Don't let the head go forward. Slowly bring the stick back to center. When you see the stick in your peripheral line of sight, push in on the stick. Shorten that stick. Okay, ready? Pull, 40% tension. Go up and overhead. Now from here, keep pulling and slowly bring the stick down behind the neck. If you hit your head when you go behind the neck, do not pull the stick down any farther. Keep pulling apart as you bring the stick back up, and then bring the stick back to center. When you see it in your peripheral line of sight, push in. Shorten that stick. Let's do a couple more. Ready? Here we go. Pull, 40% tension. Come up overhead. Keep the elbows straight. And now slowly go behind the head. Up overhead. Just nice and slow. When you see the stick in your peripheral line of sight, when you come back to your starting position, push in on the stick. I'll take a little side profile here. Ready? Pull, 40% tension. Nice tall position. Ribs to hips. And now slowly go behind. Keep the ribs to hips. Don't let the head go forward. Push in on that stick when you come back and you see that stick in your peripheral line of sight. All right, take a little rest. Let's bring that chair over. Let's have a seat. Stick across the sternum. Both sit bones on the seat, ready? And begin kayaking. Arms are extended. Looking down river. We're getting the shoulder blades to start gliding. Breathe. And now start to get a little bit of lateral flexion in. Imagine if you were in the water, take a look at the paddle or the oar going into the water. Keep your sits bones on the chair so we don't want to see any rocking of the hips. You should feel that anterior arm line driving the movement. Now reverse. Your posterior arm line is creating the movement. Watch as the oar or the paddle goes into the water. Keep the elbows straight. And relax. All righty. Let's put that seat back just a second, not too far out of your reach there. All right? Okay. So here's your kitchen counter. We're going to do we're going to do a single leg RDL. What we're going to do is when the stick meets the counter, you're going to give it a good little push. That's going to hit the anterior oblique sling. And if we're on our left leg, when you push down, you're going to feel that tension increase all the way into that left foot. All right? So Here I'm facing my kitchen counter. Better move this chair away so I don't hit it. Stick is overhand on the left hand, underhand on the right. So grab right about where the middle of the stick is with the right hand. Okay, stick up. My right leg goes up. Right away you may have some trouble standing on that left leg. Go into the RDL. Place the end of the stick on that kitchen counter and gently push down with that right hand. Do not lean forward on the stick. The torso stays still. So as I'm actively pushing down with my right hand. As I do that, I feel that left leg, left foot really drive into the ground a lot more. Keep that right leg driving back. Come back up. Put the foot down. Ready? Back up. Push. Drive the right heel straight back. Try to create length in that right leg. Push down on that right hand. Come back up. Back down. Ready? 2 more. Back up. Hinge. So you can see I'm pushing my left butt cheek straight backwards. Soft angle at that left knee. Pushing down with that right hand. Come back up. 1 more time. Ready? Push. Breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Release and relax. Kind of imagine if you're throwing an object and you're following through. Boom. That's that same sling that we're trying to activate right now. Switch sides. Left hand right about where the middle of the stick is. Underhand grip, overhand on the bottom hand, left hand. So the stick is above the left shoulder. Don't hit the ceiling in your living room. If you need to, bring the stick down a little bit. All right? Okay. Left leg up. Hinge. When the stick meets the counter, push. Remember, we're not leaning forward. We're driving down with that left hand. Drive that right heel back. Release. Bring the foot back down. Ready? Hinge. Push. As you push, you feel that right foot driving into the floor a little bit harder. Release. Bring the foot down. 3 more. Ready? Leg up. Push. Breathe. Come back up. 2 more. Ready? Push. Driving that left heel back. Up. 1 more. Ready? Push. So you got that left hand pushing. That right arm is reflexively pulling. Release. And relax. Good. Take a rest. Now, let's pull that chair over. Let's grab both sticks because you're going to want a little bit more drive. So you don't want both hands on the same stick. You want to teach each lat individually here. And I'll take a little bit of a side angle here. Face your chair, or you're square to your seat. Sticks at 11 and 1. Hands are about chest level. Feet together. What we're going to do here is take that right leg, bring it up. Keep a little bit of flexion in that knee. So you can see where my knee is flexed. I'm placing my right heel on the seat of the chair. Ankle is dorsiflexed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to push the sticks into the floor, about 50-60% tension. I'm going to drive that right heel down into the seat. Try to imagine you're pushing that chair straight down into the floor, and now try to pull that chair towards you. So as you pull the chair towards you, you should be feeling all this hamstring tissue right here. If you actually grab your leg with one hand, you're going to feel that as you're pulling in. Pull. Stay nice and tall through the left leg. And relax. Ease off tension. Ready? Here we go again. 60%. Push. Push that right heel down. Pull that chair towards you with that right heel. Pull. And relax. Now take your foot, grab the chair with your toes. All right? So now we're going to extend the ankle. It's kind of like doing when you flex your wrist to activate the bicep. This is going to do that same thing to really get into that hamstring a little bit more. Okay, ready? Push the sticks into the floor about 70%. Push the foot down into the bench or your seats at 70%, and now try to pull that chair towards you. Pull. Breathe. Ease off. One more time. Ready? Here we go. Push. 70% tension. Push. Push that foot down into the chair and try to pull that chair towards you. Pull. And relax. Go ahead. Take a break. We're going to switch sides. Make sure, as you can find, don't place your foot on the front part of the chair. Really make sure it's on the whole entire seat of the chair. All right. Okay, here we go. Left leg up. Left heel is on the seat. Slight flexion in that left knee. Ready? 60-70% tension. Push. And now push that left heel down. Push. And right there, you're going to feel the hamstring lock in. And now pull that chair towards you. So you got the hamstring, posterior leg tissues on that left side. You should actually maybe even feel the anterior tissue on that right side. It's like a scissors reaction. And relax. You've got posterior and anterior trying to pull the legs towards each other. Okay, ready? Here we go. Push. 70% tension. Push that left heel down and pull. Come on, try to pull that chair towards you. And maybe a little harder on this side. We all have one side that doesn't work as well as efficiently. Relax. Okay, now place the sole of the foot on the chair. Here we go. Ready? Drive the sticks into the floor. 70% tension. Push that left foot down into the chair. Mostly your toes, so you should really feel the front part of your foot, the front third of the foot really working. And now pull that chair towards you. Nice tall spine. Pull. Ease off. Let's go one more. Ready? Here we go. Push. Drive those sticks into the floor. Push that left foot down into the chair, and now try to pull that chair towards you. And relax. Take a rest. Okay, now let's do a single leg back bend or the Spartan kick. All right? Feet close together, sticks at 11 and 1, hands are chest level. Push the sticks to the floor about 60% tension. Bring your right hip up into flexion. And from here, imagine there's a target in front of you, and you're going to put the sole of the foot, or primarily the heel, into that target. So you want to push that target away or kick that target away from you. Okay, ready? 60-70% tension to the floor, right hip up, and now kick. Extend that heel. You're doing a single leg back bend. Your left glute should be engaged. Come back up. Here we go again. Ready? Drive those sticks in the floor. Squeeze that left glute. You're driving the left hip up and forward. Back up. One more. Ready? Push. Drive the sticks hard. 70-80% tension. Push that right foot forward. Drive it. Full inhale. Full exhale. And relax. So you should have felt that left glute, left leg working hard right there. All right? So make sure you have glutes engaged. Really give it a good contraction so that we don't get into that lumbar spine. All right? I'll switch sides here. Okay, here we go. Pushing the sticks into the floor about 70% tension. Bring your left hip up into flexion and kick. Driving the sole of that left foot away from you, primarily the heel. Squeezing that right glute. Come back up. So remember, the right glute, you're trying to posteriorly pelvic tuck. So you're trying to pull the bottom of the pelvis up and the bottom of the top of the pelvis back. All right? So make sure that that right glute is working. Okay, ready? Here we go. Push the sticks into the floor, about 70% tension. Left hip up into flexion and kick. Breathe. Come back up. One more time. Ready? Kick. Come back up and relax. And there's our Spartan kick. Take a few seconds. Now, let's go to the floor. Let's do a little dead bug, and then we'll move on to some stretching, okay? So, go ahead, lay down on your back. Your hips at 90 degrees. Knees at 90 degrees. Don't let the feet get lazy. Keep those feet up, parallel to the floor on the lower leg bones. Place the stick across the quads, parallel to the floor. You know where the small of your back is, or your low back. Push that down into the floor. Imagine there's a little marshmallow under there, and you're trying to squish it with the small of your back. As you squish it with the small of your back, you shouldn't have to bring your hips up into more flexion. You should be able to disassociate, pushing that spine down without involving the hips. Now, push the stick into the legs, into the quads at 60% tension. Make sure your legs are straight. So what I mean by that is, I'll change my perspective here. When you come up, we don't want to see any of this. So get those legs straight. Okay? Back to center. Here we go. Ready? Push. You're driving that marshmallow into the floor with the small of your back. You're going to push that stick into the quads at 50% tension. Breathe. Build to 60. Push harder. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Push to 70. Push harder. Really drive that stick into the quads. Push. Push. And relax. You should have felt that whole deep front line and superficial front line activating. Take a few seconds. Ready? Legs back up. Watch the position of your hips. Make sure the upper and lower leg bones are stacked. Ready? Squish that little marshmallow. Drive that stick into the quads. Push. Give me 70% tension. Push. Build to 80. Come on, 80%. Push. You should be flexing that stick against the legs. Push. Lift your head just 1 inch off the floor. Push just 1 inch. That's not very high. Breathe. No holding your breath. And relax. We'll do one more rep, all right? Okay, here we go. Legs up. Squish that little marshmallow with the small of your back. Push. And now at 80% tension, drive. Push. Push that stick against the legs. Push. Lift the head 1 inch. Breathe. No holding your breath. Extend both legs. The quads are still in contact with the stick. Bring both legs down and relax. Whew. Now, if you want, after this workout is done, you can go back and do some more of those on your own. That's just a sample of how we do our dead bugs, all right? Okay. Let's grab both sticks again. Whew. And let's down-regulate a little bit, all right? I'll take a little bit of a slight angle here. Wide base with the feet, so a little wider than shoulder width apart. Let me make sure I'm not going to hit the cage behind me here. Hands are about eyeball level right now, all right? Arms are straight. So, we're down regulating. Let's focus on decreasing the respirations. So slow your breathing down. Push the sticks in the floor, 30% tension. And now hinge. Pushing the hips straight back. Sinking that chest, sternum, belly button down towards the floor. Keeping your back nice and flat. Breathe. Full inhale. Full exhale. And now from here, straighten your left leg. Shift your weight to the right a little, just a little as you straighten that left leg. Soften the left leg. And now straighten the right. You can shift your weight just a little, not a lot. Breathe, nice, deep, full, slow breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Soften the right knee. And now straighten both knees. Keep your back nice and flat. If you're hypermobile and you hang out on if you have hyperextended knees a lot, you're not going to feel any stretch here. For the rest of us, we'll feel a stretch right through the hamstrings. Breathe. Ease off. Keep pushing the sticks into the floor lightly. Come back up. Squeezing the glutes. Tucking that pelvis underneath us. Let the head go back. Breathe. Nice. Easy respirations. Squeeze those glutes. Come back to center. And let's go again. Ready? Hinge. Breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. Straighten both knees. Back is nice and flat. Ease off, so soften the knees. Come back up. Squeezing the glutes, tucking that pelvis. Stay out of the lumbar spine. Let the head go back. Pull those arms back. Nice, slow, easy breaths. Come back to center and relax. Single stick. You're going to need your chair again. All right. If you find that this angle is too much when we set up, then if you have a little bit lower platform, then go ahead and use that, all right? So you may need a pad for your knees. If you're on carpet or whatever, great. If you have sensitive knees, then grab a couch cushion or something to help buffer that. We're gonna place the right knee down on the floor, okay? I want my ankle extended so you can see where the top of my foot is on the floor. So I don't want the toes I don't want the ankle in dorsiflexion. I want that ankle in extension. Now, make sure that the lower leg bone is in line with the upper leg bone. The stick, the right end of the stick is on the floor. The left end of the stick is up in the air. Take that left foot and place it on top of the seat. My foot is facing 9 o'clock. All right, so you can see I'm mostly trying to grab the seat with my toes, all right? So some of you may find that this is a little too much already. If it is, then grab a yoga block or something a little bit lower and bring your foot down a little bit. Chest up, okay. Push the stick into the floor with the right hand so you have overhand position on the right hand, underhand on the left. And now sink, squeeze the glutes, tuck that pelvis. Chest up. You should be feeling, and then take that left knee and push it backwards. You should be feeling a nice little opening all through the groin area. Take the top of that right foot, push it down into the floor. Make sure the pelvis is tucking underneath you. Do not, that's going to take away from the stretch if you let that butt go backwards. Chest up. Ease off. Okay, ready? Rotate the stick slightly. And again, push the right hand down. Drive that pelvis underneath you. Push. Push the top of that right foot down into the pad. The floor, sorry. Breathe. Push that left knee backwards. And relax. Okay. I'm going to switch sides. Left knee down, same rules, all right? Back ankle extended. Left side of the stick is on the floor, right side is up. Place that right foot up. Knees should be facing out to 3 o'clock. Take that left hand, overhand grip, push down. Squeeze the glute, tuck the pelvis. Breathe. Push the top of that left foot down into the floor and pull your right knee back. Open up that whole groin area. Nice, slow breathing. Ease off. Okay, ready? We're gonna do that one more time. Ready? Push. Chest up. Pushing the top of that left foot down into the floor. Tuck that pelvis. Make sure that pelvis is underneath you. Pushing that right knee back. Breathe. Full inhale, full exhale. And relax. Take a little rest. Okay. Let's place that pad away from you. All right. Now, keep that seat there. Let's hit those hamstrings up. Face your seat. Both sticks. We're going to add, we use 2 sticks here. If you have just 1 stick, then that's what you have. If you have 2, it's going to give you some added stability to really lock into that stretch. Feet close together. Let's take that right foot and push it and put it up on top of the seat. Okay, ready? Back is nice and straight. Right ankle is dorsiflexed. Push the sticks into the floor about 30% tension. Hands are chest level. And now hinge. Soft angle, so keep your back flat. You may not have to hinge that far. So this is my hinge, right? Back is nice and flat. We do not want a rounded spine here. So you're trying to push your belly button forward and your butt backwards. As soon as you feel that stretch on that right hamstring, you do not have to go any further. Push the right heel into the seat at about 30% tension. And now internally rotate that right leg. Externally rotate the right leg. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Internally rotate. Externally rotate. Remember, you're pushing that heel lightly into the bench. Come back to center. And relax. Let's switch sides. Here we go. Bring that left heel up. Place the left heel on the seat. Ankle is dorsiflexed, not extended. 30% tension into the floor with the sticks. And now hinge. Keep your back flat. You're pushing your belly button forward and your butt backwards. When you get to the position where you feel that stretch in the left hamstring, you do not need to go any further than that. Push the left heel into the top of the, down into the seat at 30%. And now internal rotation, external rotation. Internal, external, internal, external. One more. Internal, external, back to center, and relax. Excellent. Okay. Let's finish up with that bow and arrow, except we're going to hold it a little bit longer so we get more lengthening. Okay. If, when I tell you to set the stick up out here, if it's plenty of resistance for you, then great. If you have more range of motion, then bring the bottom of the stick in a little bit closer to you. As always, here's a demonstration. So here I normally stick out here. Here, I'm placing the stick inside the instep, but I'm always still driving the hip away first before I extend the arms. I'm not leaning into the stick. If you have a hard time extending the stick away from you, then simply place the stick up against the wall. Place your arm in the middle of the stick, opposite arm up, push your hip out first, and as you push your hip out, you can actually lean your torso towards the wall. So the hip is still going away, the torso is still going towards the wall, and then you're going to reach over the top. So there's a regression for people that may need to regress this, all right? Okay, let's go ahead and get set up. I'm going to have the stick at 3 o'clock position. Left hand over the top, hips are square. Push your hip out to the side first. There's your passive stretch. And now extend both arms away. Breathe. Active push on the bottom hand. Reflexive pull on the top. Reflexive, not active. Now, keep the stick still. Turn your hips to the left. Let your head turn and look up at the ceiling. Rotate the hips back to center. Bring your head back to center. Ready? Ease off. Let's go through that again. Okay, ready? Rotate the stick slightly. Push your hip out first. Drive the stick away second. Remember, at any point, if the stick were to disappear, you should not fall over. If you're going to fall over, you're leaning on the stick. And that's not what we're looking for. Turn your hips to the left and look up at the ceiling. Don't move the stick. Back to center. And relax. Let's finish up on the other side. Stick is at 9 o'clock. Right hand over the top. Hips are square to start with. Ready? Push your hips out to 3 o'clock first. And then extend the arms away from you. Let your head tilt. Now, turn your hips to the right and look up at the ceiling. Breathe. Back to center. Ease off. Rotate the stick slightly. One more time. Here we go. Push your hips out to 3 o'clock first. Then extend the stick away from you. Turn your hips to the right and look up at the ceiling. Active push on the left hand, reflexive pull on the right. Keep your legs straight. Come back to center and relax. Whew. Great work today, everybody. Thank you again, as always, for joining us. We really appreciate it. Love everybody out there. Thank you for, hopefully we're bringing you some great content. Hope you're enjoying it. As always, check out our content on YouTube. We've got now, I think, 22 or 23 workouts available. So remember, those are always up there, so you guys can go back and go, you know what, let me do workout number 5 again, or let me do workout number 9 again, and go through those. Remember, you can use the sticks every day because we have to move every day. And all our tagline says, it's movement made better. So we want your movement to be made better. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we got some new podcasts coming out, so hopefully you give those a listen. Hopefully you enjoy those. Until Tuesday. Hello, today's Saturday. Actually, tomorrow there will be a question and answer. Tomorrow, 9 o'clock, same time. Let's go over some squatting. Okay, so I'll just be discussing some squatting, taking some questions and answers. I'll give you my insight into squatting. So if you have an hour available, feel free to jump in and ask some questions, and we'll get to them. Until then, we'll see you guys later. Everybody be out there, be good, and peace.